Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indi Parandrang. I'm from Group 1. Me and my friends will explain about lexical categories. The first material, I will explain it. So let's get to the material. Noun, verb, and prepositions are traditionally referred as part of speech or word classes. In contemporary linguistics, they are termed as lexical categories. Jadi noun, verb, dan preposition itu biasa disebut juga sebagai part of speech dan word classes. Tapi dalam linguistik biasanya disebut sebagai mengarah sebagai lexical categories. And these lexical categories, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, prepositions, carry meaning and often work with similar synonym or opposite meaning, like synonym, antonym, that can be found frequently. The noun is it's said to be a person, places, or thing on, and the verb said to be event or act. These are semantic definitions. Jadi dari bagian-bagian lexical category seperti noun tadi, verb, adjective, dan prepositions biasanya mengandung sinonim dan antonim dan sering ditemukan di dalam kalimat. Contohnya melambangkan sebagai seseorang atau tempat, benda atau apapun, dan kata kerja dan lain-lain. Dan lexical categories ini akan dijelaskan kembali oleh teman-teman saya lebih definisi dari morphological frame-nya, dari syntactical frame-nya. So next is noun. Noun is a word that names something, such a place, person, things, or idea in a sentence. A noun can play the role of subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement, opposite, or adjective. Jadi noun ini adalah sebuah kata yang melambangkan suatu hal. Bisa saja seseorang, bisa tempat, bisa benda, atau ide dari seseorang. Di dalam kalimat, noun itu biasanya mengambil peran, bisa sebagai subjek, bisa sebagai direct object, bisa sebagai indirect object, subject complement, object complement, oppositive, dan adjective. Tipe-tipe noun itu ada singular noun yang names dari satu orang, one person, places, things, or idea yang tadi. Contohnya seperti cat, sock, sheep, hero, monkey, baby, and match. Ada juga yang plural nouns, name more than one person, bisa menamai lebih dari satu orang, atau tempat, benda, atau idea. Contohnya ada cats, ada tambahan s di belakangnya, ada socks, sheep, heroes, monkeys, babies, and matches, ditambah dengan s di belakangnya. Dan yang terakhir adalah possessive nouns, show ownership, menunjukkan kepemilikan dari seseorang. Mom's car, bed's cat, and student's book. Jadi mom's car yang nounnya memberikan sebuah kepemilikan dari suatu benda. Contohnya seperti tadi. Mungkin materi selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan oleh teman saya.
Yang kedua, verb. Verb are words that show an action, occurrence, or state of being. Almost every sentence require a verb. Jadi, verb adalah sebuah kata kerja yang menunjukkan suatu tindakan, kejadian, atau keadaan, keberadaan. Hampir setiap kalimat membutuhkan kata kerja. Kata kerja dibagi menjadi dua, yaitu ada kata kerja transitif dan kata kerja intransitif. Kata kerja transitif, kata kerja yang membutuhkan pelengkap atau objek, misalnya memukul, contohnya. Dan kata kerja intransitif adalah kata kerja yang tidak membutuhkan pelengkap, contohnya lari. Jadi contoh kalimatnya adalah Jennifer walked on the store. Next, adjective. Adjective describe or modify, that is, they limit or restrict the meaning of nouns and pronouns. Jadi kata sifat mendeskripsikan atau memodifikasi, yaitu membatasi kata arti dari membatasi, yaitu kata benda dan kata ganti. Mereka menyebut semua jenis kualitas. Contohnya hug, red, angry, rare, dan selanjutnya. An adjective usually comes right before a noun. The example, red dress, 15 people. Dan ketika kata sifat mengikuti kata kerja yang menghubungkan seperti menjadi atau tampak, it is called a predicate adjective. Contohnya, that building is hug.
My name is Latifah Rahmawati, and I will tell the next part of lexical categories, adverb. Adverb is a word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjectives, verbs, or other adverb, or a word of group, expressing reflections of place, time, circumstance, manner, degree, cause, and act. The position of the adverb is important when there is more than one verb in a sentence. If the adverbs place before or after the main verb, it modifies only that verb. There is form of the adverbs. First, adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency is adverb that states how often an activity or event is carried out or occurs. These adverbs consist of adverb of quantity and adverb of number. The second is the adverb of time. Adverb of time is adverb that used to express the time when an activity or even occurs. And the third is adverb of manner. Adverb of manner is adverbs that used to express how an activity is carried out or events occur. And the next lexical categories part is preposition. Prepositions is a word or group of words that used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, spatial relationships, or to introduce an object. The forms of prepositions are simple prepositions, double prepositions, compound prepositions, participle preposition, phrase prepositions, and discrete prepositions.
Okay, slide 10. In this chapter, it is shown that semantic definition are not completely sufficient and that we need to define categories. These categories is meaning it morphology frame, the position of a word with respect to bound morpheme that can attach to within a word. Number 2, syntactically frame, a position in which a word occurs relative to other class of words in the same phrase. Dalam Indonesianya, dalam bab ini ditunjukkan bahwa definisi semantik tidak sepenuhnya memadai dan kita perlu mendefinisikannya dalam kategori sebagai berikut. Ada dua. Yang pertama, kerangka morfologis, posisi sebuah kata sehubungan dengan morfem terikat yang dapat dilampirkan ke dalam kata. Yang kedua, Bing, bingkai sintaks, posisi di mana sebuah kata muncul relatif terhadap kelas kata lain dalam frasa yang sama. Next slide is 11. Morphology frame. Lexical words are often defined as form class verb, lexical nouns, verbs, adjective, adverb are labeled as verb class verb because member of each class share the ability to change their forms either by derivational morphology or by inflectional morphology. Lexical words have specific and idiosyncratic meaning. These words are content-based and can either be readily conceptualized in the mind of the speaker. We can come to be manipulated upon in logical terms and or potentially take on opposite meaning. Adjective cold to hot, adverb slow to fast, verb sleep awake and wake. Indonesianya, kata leksikal lebih sering didefinisikan sebagai kata kelas bentuk. Kata benda leksikal kata kerja, kata sifat, kata keterangan diberi label sebagai kata-kata kelas. Bentuk karena anggota dari setiap kelas, part of speech, berbagi kemampuan untuk mengubah bentuk-bentuknya, baik dengan derivational morphology atau oleh inflectional morphology. Kata leksikal memiliki arti khusus dan istimewa. Kata ini berbasis konten dan dapat dengan mudah dikonseptualisasi dalam pikiran pembaca, yaitu berbasis semantik seperti pada kata benda dan kata kerja, atau dapat dimanipulasi dalam istilah logis, yaitu tidak logis dan jika atau kemungkinan memiliki arti yang berlawanan. Misalnya seperti tadi kata sifat dingin ke panas, kata keterangan lambat ke cepat, kata kerja tidur ke bangun, dan lain-lain. Next slide is table. Table form class lexical word inflection and derivation. Ini di sini adalah jenis tabel, yaitu perubahan bentuk dari form class lexical word inflection to derivation. Noun, book, friend, table. Verb, study, teach, speak. Adjective, treat, sick, sharp. Adverb, quickly, best, and well. Yang pertama, noun, book, friend, and table. Yang pertama itu plural, plus s, book, plus s, friends, plus S, table plus S. Jadi adjektifnya is book, bookies, tambahin is. uh, friendly, tambahin ly. Kalau verbnya be friendly, ditambahin be. Oke, yang kedua verb study, teach, speak. Sing as, study is, teach us, speak as. Yang adjektif aus, study aus. Kalau adverb wise, jadi study wise, tambahin I wise. Kalau noun tambahin jadi teach teacher. Kalau yang kata contoh berikutnya speak, tambahin speaker. Yang ketiga adjektif dread, sick, sharp. Superlatif tambahin es, dread tambahin es, sick tambahin es, sharp tambahin es. Dalam adjektifnya is tambahin ly, dread is, sick tambahin ly jadi sickly. Kalau untuk untuk adverbnya tambahin yang ditambahin ly jadi sharply, tambahin ly. Kalau noun plural tambahin s aja jadi the dreads gitu. Nextnya adverb quickly, best, and well. Jadi komparatif quick, better, tambahin sama r. Kalau nounnya belakangnya ness, quickness, tambahin 3 huruf ness, quickness. Kalau untuk adjektifnya jadi goodness. Thank you. Next slide.
My name is Avier Bagaskara, and I'm from Group 1, and I'm gonna continue the material. The next one is syntax of the major word classes. In syntax, there is several major word classes which represent each of the lexical categories. The first one is the verb phrase. The verb phrase is a syntactic unit composed at least one verb and its dependent object, complements, and other modifiers, but not always including the subject. The second one is a noun phrase. It's a phrase that has noun or indefinite pronouns as its head or performs the some grammatical function as a noun. And the third one is the adjective phrase. It's a phrase the head or reaches an adjective. The adjective can initiate the phrase, conclude the phrase, or appear in a medial position. Terus ada preposition phrase, dan yang terakhir itu ada yang kelima ada adverb atau kata keterangan, dan ada contohnya the verb phrase. Intransitive verb, Lee sneezed, the volcano erupted. Yang kedua ada transitive verb, Carl rejected my junior's assistance. Yang ketiga, the transitive verbs, Jack bought some flowers for Lee. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Naufal Zair, and I will explain to you about the noun phrase and adjective phrase. Oke, yang pertama, noun phrase. Noun phrase adalah sebuah noun baru yang dibentuk dari berbagai jenis kata yang dirangkai jadi satu. Bukannya menjadi kalimat, rangkaian kata tersebut malah menjadi sebuah kata benda baru. Dan determiner adalah noun yang bisa digunakan untuk mengekspresikan nilai baik secara kuantitas maupun kualitas. Determiner berupa articles biasanya sudah otomatis digunakan dalam noun phrase. sehingga penggunaannya tidak perlu diterangkan lagi. Contohnya seperti the paper, a problem, those feeling, which car, my fault, both children, all example. Determiners only occur with nouns. Example, her singing bothers me. Determiners have a different distribution from adjective. Example, soft fury cats, soft fury clean cats, and all my many friends. Yang kedua, adjective phrase sendiri adalah kelompok kata yang intinya ada pada adjektif dan diikuti oleh modifier serta determiner. Sama dengan adjektif yang menjelaskan noun, adjective phrase juga memiliki fungsi yang sama. Contohnya seperti very beautiful, too heavy, almost nice, very sick. Position and function of adjective phrase. Attributive adjective phrase modify a noun. Example, the red car, the beautiful woman.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arif Ramani, and today, as a theme of lexical categories, I would like to explain to you the prepositional phrase and the adverb phrase part. And I will explain to you the prepositional phrase first. Prepositional phrases consist of preposition and the words which follow it, a complement. The complement, underlined below, is most commonly a noun phrase or pronoun, but it can also be an adverb phrase, usually one of place or time, a verb in the ing form, or less commonly, a prepositional phrase or a WH clause. And the example of the prepositional phrases is like the first is prepositions can occur transitively, such as the word under in the sentence of under the table, and they can also occur intransitively, such as underneath in the sentence of put your clothes underneath. And prepositions pair up with their own modifiers. She put the book right on the table. The word right is referring to definitely in the table, but not the part of the right of the table. And the next is adverbs. Adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is it consists of one or more words. The adverb is the head of the phrase and can appear alone, or it can be modified by other words. Adverbs are one of the four major word classes, along with nouns, verbs, and adjectives. In the example, the adverbs phrase form, you can see the adjective plus ly, so it's like slowly or suddenly. And in the adjectives and adverbs are in complementary distribution, such as an unusual with and and she speaks unusually with adverb quickly, and the fish spoke unusually. And that's the explanation of the prepositional phrase and the adverb phrases. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.